Hello again everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Rural Excerpt. I know it's been a while since I published a video, but I've been so busy with other things in my life, including helping care for my 101-year-old father as much as I can, who's in an assisted care facility in Blue Ridge, that it's been hard for me to devote any time for getting footage, let alone the time it takes to edit and publish the content. But I was finally able to film several abandoned sites around the Cherokee County area, and I'm also still working on another project trying to finish it up from the south end of Pickens County at the old partially abandoned Georgia Marble plant in Nelson. I'm trying to get permission to film any other buildings that aren't being used by the current owner of the property, Blue Ridge Marble and Granite Company, and get some more old photos of the plant back when it was still in operation. Now with that out of the way, today's episode is on an abandoned convenience store / gas station on the south side of Canton at the split of Old Highway 5 and 120. When I went into this project, I hardly knew anything about this place, and to be quite honest, I still don't, except to say that from old images I was able to pull up from Google Street View from as early as 2012, the place was ran as a Citgo gas station, and the latest image that shows the place possibly still open and ran as a business was January of 2019. So sometime between then and now was when it was finally closed and shuttered. I honestly don't know anything about when it was first built and opened. My first recollection of the place, it seems like, was back in the early to mid 80s when a group of us from Fannin County High School band was taking a trip down to Atlanta and had to get off 575 there at what we call the Kmart exit and quickly find some place for one of the group to use the bathroom, and it seems like it was there that we stopped so they could run in and use it. I may be completely wrong that the place was around that long ago, and if I am, someone please let me know in the comments below. Now with that being said, let's get into the video. Here we are at the front of the store with the split of the highways to my back. Highway 20 is to my right and Old Highway 5 is to my left as I'm walking up here. Just taking a look at the old pumps, and they're actually still here and look like in pretty good shape. Probably still usable. Just panning around the grounds. I'm really rather surprised at how dilapidated and overgrown with weeds and grass the parking lot already is in just a short amount of time since the store has been closed back in 2019, if that was truly when it was grown. As you can see, a lot of those weeds right there at the curb are almost waist high walking up to the store right there. Now we're just taking a sneak peek around the inside of the store, and it looks like all of the shelving and store fixtures are actually still there and look like they're in pretty good shape and everything. As best I can tell, there's a lot of reflection because when I filmed this it was on a very pretty sunny day and everything, so I was getting a lot of reflection, so sorry about that. Just panning around and taking a look from one side of the store to the other. I don't see any real indications of leaks inside, so the ceiling and roof must be in pretty good shape and everything. Now we're taking a look at the outside, the end of the store facing the Highway 20, and as you can see, we're just looking at some air conditioning equipment stuff along that wall over there. Just walking on around the corner of the building towards the back side of it. Now this is something that's unusual. Several years ago it wasn't that unusual, but nowadays it is. But that kerosene pump right there in the front, which I didn't even notice when I was actually filming this, I didn't even pay that much attention to it, but I realize now that that was a kerosene pump. And you don't hardly see that at gas stations anymore, just every once in a while. But kerosene is not nearly used as much as it used to be back in the 70s and 80s. A lot of people used it for heat in their homes, and especially for backup heat in the wintertime. But of course, kerosene heaters have become a rather obvious fire hazard, so a lot of people have gotten away from using portable kerosene heaters in their homes and stuff. So I think that's probably one reason why that's gone away. Now we're walking up to the back side, looking in, taking a look inside through the dirty windows. Just looking around, you can see the front counter up there, all the shelving on this side of the store and everything. Looks like someone could just move right in there and take it back over, but I'm sure that's not going to happen with a big, huge, brand new racetrack just down the road from there. I'm sure that probably had a lot to do with why this place closed up and shuttered like it did. Now we're looking at the other side of the store, where I think a lot of the equipment for the coolers and stuff that's underneath that little building built right up against the end of it right there. I'm sure that's a lot of the compressors and stuff that are used for the walk-in coolers and all. Just taking an overall view through my wide-angle lens from the back side. And these were some old vacuum cleaners that people could use to vacuum out their cars, and they had, I guess, as a convenience for their customers. That brings us to the end of another episode of the Rural Excerpt, Rural Exploration and Documentation. I hope you've enjoyed this look at the old abandoned South Canton Citgo gas station / convenience store. If you did, give it a like, and if you enjoy content like this, please consider subscribing to my channel, and to be notified when I publish new content, ring that bell at the top. And if you really enjoyed what you just saw and would like to contribute monetarily to help with the production of these videos, please consider becoming one of my Patreon supporters at patreon.com/theruralexcerpt. I'll leave the link in the description below, along with links to my Facebook and Instagram pages. Thanks for watching, everybody. God bless, and we'll see you in our next episode.